Oh, Pyromancer, where the heck did you go? There you are. Okay, you're gone again. Maybe you died? Let's just assume you died. Again, goes against the rules of fiction. Did not see a body. I don't think they died on screen, though we saw from the shapeshifter how much attention I pay to my surroundings. Not much. Okay, but let's get some poison up, especially to kill off the demonologist before something happens that we come to regret. And we can keep kind of poisoning up the backline while dealing with our fancy dancing blades here. Another place where our electricity is not serving us quite as well as it might have in the past. Jeez Louise, especially when there are just so many of them. What the heck is up with you, my friends? But you know what? No one resists Quicksilver. And we're back down to 1 extra life. Perfect. You know, I should have seen that one coming at the end of the day. As long as we're not forced into Hall of Blades, I think we'll be just fine and dandy. Just happy with how this all shakes out here. Because again, normal baby elves, no real problem. Gladly face you in glorious combat. One fancy dancing blade, terrifying. And get me the heck out of Dodge, please and thank you. There's also the small fact that this son of a gun right here has ice magic that we are currently not in a great position to deal with, so maybe we will swap into said resistance just in case it becomes relevant here. A little bit of AC is not going to make or break us. I say in before the archers come out in full force. Not even a distortion dancing blade. Oh, I would hope not. That just is a nightmare waiting to happen, of course. In general, air elementalists not happy to see those dancing weapons, regardless of brand or flavor. Okay, immediately get some poison down. In fact, enough poison to murder our Elven Knight friends. What are you? Trident of Venom is not too bad at the end of the day here. Ah, there we go. We do manage to kill you. Perfect. And then we'll just keep blasting. Remember to check Hall Blades. Maybe we can find cool claws in there for us to use. Imagine. If only, if only. Unfortunately, not in the cards for us today. Would make Hall of Blades a little bit more tempting. I feel like on most characters it's super rare that what am I thinking of here? It's super rare that I open Hall of Blades. Very occasionally if I'm on a fighter that desperately needs like a broad axe, maybe could be tempted, but most time it's just a heck nah. Checking what are you after letting it hit you several times. Well, that's the thing. You take out the spice of life, the adventure of discovering for yourself if you check beforehand. Let's not be ridiculous here. You gotta experience things for yourself sometimes. Of course, just in video games, which is why I don't often find myself touching hot stoves, because that one I generally trust in the years that have brought me to this point, that is not a good idea. But who knows, maybe I'm missing out on something in life due to my closed-minded nature. Imagine that. Let's definitely blast you, my friend. Gosh darn it, Archer. Completely ruining my vibe there. I just wanted to rush in Storm, Pause, Blazing, but hey, all good things must come to an end, I guess. And perfect. Get me the heck out of there. Definitely not hitting down. Cool Clave. Definitely was cool in retrospect. At the time, terrifying, because that one hit taking over half our health, not exactly ideal, but to be expected from a glaive of any brand. Pain especially is a bit rough. And you fool, you thought this was a reading man's game? Yeah, see, there's your problem. This is not a reading man's game, not a thinking man's game. This is a just keep holding down tab until something gives game. You know what I mean? That's the secret to the ooze, the spice of life. I also never ended up changing what I was training here. I talked about it, but whoops. Probably should have done that before we murdered our way through the majority of elf here, but it's never too late. So, oh my gosh, irradiate is in here as well. Irradiate would have saved me many times over by this stage in the game. I think I need to start forgetting some stuff. Once again here, Mephitic Cloud can go. We're not really using it anymore. I think I will keep Conjure Ball Lightning at least a little longer. It's just the fun and exciting new hotness at the moment here. So Mephitic Cloud gives us 3 spell levels. And that's pretty much all we got here. So maybe instead we could even just actually train some spell casting. Helps failure rates a little bit across the board, but more importantly gives us more magic points and more spell levels, both of which we are in desperate need of moving forward. Let's just murder you. And is there any other... Maybe there is something else we want to turn on here. More dodging. If we are sticking with Storm Form for the time being here, more dodging is huge. You're also a fan of owing through, but then again you have 4 stops on Distortion Brand weapons, so there's less risk to get whoopsied into Abyss even when not paying attention. It is baffling to me that I'm not sent to the Abyss more often, because I almost always only realize that there's a Distortion branded weapon after it has blinked me a couple times. And yet here I am. Only in this series I think it's only happened twice? One of which was on a troll that even though it was way too early for us to go down, we ended up just finding the rune and grabbing it. I think it was our first rune of the game even, which was wild. But definitely not something that should be relied upon by any stretch of the imagination. This, however, is beautiful. Just blast you from afar while you're distracted by all the mushrooms. Classic elves, always getting a bit too into the mushroom stockpile. Also Chaos Brand and Electrocution. Electrocution is a bit redundant after early game, but early game is important to notice for sure. Yeah, Chaos is always a wee bit scary to me. But generally it's, I mean, for most of the game, you're only really going to find it on Psych, and then in Zot on the majority of clowns, of course. Because they're always a rough time. But okie dokie, just the final keep left. Do I bother? I think I am going to turn off unarmed combat temporarily here. It's at a pretty decent spot. I'm happy with that. We're attacking, yeah, 0.6, so that's fairly fantastic. And it's probably going to be some transmutations for spell power there. Slash opening up Dragon Form as an option, or could go Conjurations. Probably not too late for that most of the time, but sometimes there's a random Oracle in Chaos Brand and banishes you for not paying attention. But that's just an occupational hazard, and we just let those ones slide. At least I do, which is why I'm not the most consistent DCSS player. But I am a DCSS player, alright. That's my claim to fame. Okay, let's largely blast you, my friend. What the heck? For somebody who has no poison resistance, you're having one heck of a time removing any poison stacks from me, you know that? You hate to see it. Okay, do not... Oh gosh. Okay, never mind, just murder you real quick. I was originally going to say do not get mutated, and then the Brimstone Fiend came into the mix. And I had bigger problems in life. But let's definitely just try to kill you. Oh, that was an accident. Kind of worked out for us, but not great. Spells empowered. Let's just try and blast you. No. Did I get malmutated or mutated at all? I did not, no. Fortunately, managed to make it through there unscathed. We'll see if I end up losing my final life here, because I was very much not paying attention. Having no positive energy / no resistance to negative energy was not great against our new friend here. I mean, Bolt of Draining, I guess, is only range 5, so we could try and blink. Small odds of success. What else do we have? I guess we could, once again, instead go with the Divine Exegesis. In fact, I probably should, right? Let's not get too silly about this. Oh, where? Why did Death's Door get removed from the top of the list? Oh, because I don't have enough magic for it. Oh, that's rough. Let's look at that again then. What could we do to save ourselves? Of course, Revivify does do the trick, but not exactly what I'm hoping for here. Could just go for a high damage spell, I guess. Even Irradiate. It's a bit of a weird one, but it has decent odds of murdering you. Again, let's take another peek here. What else do we have at our disposal? Getting into these low-level spells, nothing much that really catches the eye. Bit too close for our destruction. Crystal Spear, as long as it hits, it works. Passions of Glubria. Yeah, now's the time that I learn how that spell works, when I'm about to die. Perfect. I don't see the problem with that whatsoever. I think we will just go with something like the Hoodip here. What are my odds of hitting you? 75%? Oh, I did not realize... Oh, it's these things that get sucked, right? Gosh darn it, I'm bad at the video game. New plan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't really get us out of range, but kind of works to do like a blink to here and try and just scooch on by, squeeze on by real quick. Gosh darn it, that was not the right choice. I kind of forgot about how these ghost things work. Which is embarrassing at this point in the game. We've fought many a necromancer friend. And it's not worth wasting a blinking if I do end up dying. Alternatively though, is Lig positive energy? It is. I think it gives you essentially full resistance to negativity. I think it is slightly too late. I mean, we'd still be taking some damage from a vampiric draining or a bolt of draining, but it does help a lot. I do have silence, I think. Let's double check that. I have 1 silence. Still can do 20 damage with your weapon, but with 16 AC, there is a chance there. And I definitely am hesitant to go with the original blinking plan, because I feel like regardless, I still end up dying there. I could do silence. Let's try it out. Then I just quaff a healing, and we do this the old-fashioned way. And then we run. Run for our very lives. Do not go up a trapdoor, though. That's how you find yourself in the Hall of Blades against your will. Terrifying. Terrifying indeed. But okay. I think we're about as good as we'll get. Maybe I will turn on dodging just a wee bit here. It'll train up super fast at a +3 aptitude, and I'm bouncing around all over the place today, but as long as we get there in the end, that's all that really matters. Ooh, that's a fancy trident you got there, my friend. Very, very fancy indeed. Glad you didn't hit me with that son of a gun, to say the least. Aha, and now here's where the real nastiness comes out. With 27 evasion, you have a 50% shot to hit me, so that's not horrible. We can also try to sling some pain your way. Perfect, that works out about as well as I could have expected. Getting some bodies between us and all of our new friends. Always worth the risk here. In fact, these are actually going surprisingly well. They even catch damnation. As long as enemies only have hurl damnation and not call down damnation, they're in deep, deep trouble, my friend. Perfect. Now that's what you love to see for sure. And let's take this slowly and cautiously. Give ourselves as many opportunities as we possibly can to not die a horribly painful death. Something that we've been lacking on in terms of strategies up until now. Seems like a good idea. Again, I keep telling myself that I'm trying to learn patience, and then I immediately go against that because I want to just kill the thing. Which is pretty much the whole point of me trying to couch my actions slightly. Oh, do you have poison resistance? No, you do not. You're just weirdly resistant to my charms, hey? You son of a gun? Well, let's just blast you with a bunch of electricity and see how you feel about that. Getting a little buzzed over there, my friend. And that is perfect. Oh, Vorpal Axe. We'll just blast you with a few well-placed airstrikes. Gosh darn it, I wish I could learn some of those. Is there a reason we're an elf other than killing elves, which is good in and of itself? Well, of course, that's the main reason. But largely for experience, and I'm hoping to find a decent selection of rings at the end here as well. And I'm feeling still very much scared of depths, I think is a huge part of it. And unfortunately, Menace makes Vaults a bit of a no-go zone. I probably shouldn't be here if we're being completely honest. And yet, here we are. So let's just make the most of it, shall we? And let's blink away from you, my friend. Enough Conjure Ball Lightning to stop any picnic in its tracks. And... ooh, that's the ring I want. More Resist Fire, Willpower, and MP plus 9. Pretty schwanky. Hurl Damnation is range 6, hey? Hate that. Hate that. Okay, still have one extra life, but not something we can hinge all of our wishes upon. We are not in range of anything. We're technically in range of Hurl Damnation, but I more so mean if I start to just walk away. Didn't realize you'd be smart enough to do that, my friend. But now for real, if I just walk away. Close doors behind me, and hope we don't run into any new friends. Are you gonna be smart enough to sneak around behind me? Slow, steady movements here. Blink Bolt is also player castable bolt, although it's not casted. Yeah, more of an innate ability there. But okay, slow and steady. Okay, I'm back to cat form, which means I'm now fast enough to just get the heck out of dodge. Good day, sir. Oh boy, we have fun here. But I do want that ring. So I think I will risk it all. At the very least, coming across this buddy, you know, from scratch here. Maybe. Hey, there you are. Means that I can use said Blink Bolt to immediately close the distance so they can't be hurling damnation my way, and that is perfect. Pick up the ring and get ready to head out. It's not ideal because it doesn't cover resistances that we're currently lacking, unfortunately, but it's still nice to have more willpower and some MP. Hey, Cyborg Elf, been a hot minute. You haven't gone to win in far too long. I feel you there. I feel you there. What resistances? Pretty much everything. I mean, having Cold Pip here is just from a ring of cold resistance, or protection from cold, which is not ideal. I'd like to have an artifact that, you know, covers a few bases. Specifically, some positive energy, you know, injected into a run is always nice. But that is fine. It is what it is at the end of the day. Do we continue with Elf at all? Or is here where we potentially go back to shifting gears and check out how the other side lives? See how, I mean, our entrance to depths is, because we haven't even cleared out that yet. I think we left it to deal with at a later date the last time we were in D15. Let's maybe take a break from Elf. A well-deserved rest from the stress here, shall we? You've been told to stick with the same race till you get a win rather than switching up, so you're playing Orcs until you get a win as one. You've only had 2 wins so far, both were Merfolk Gladiators. See, it's funny how it works, right? Because I find that a lot of people don't love Merfolks, or at least find them to be, you know, not one of the go-to, like, streak races, and yet they just jive with you, right? But Orcs is a fun one. Are you going for, like, Messiah builds, or are you a little all over the place and just kind of playing any style as you go? Oh gosh darn it, you've transitioned right in the worst time there, my friend. And I've used up all my magic to deal with you, so this Reaver is going to be a real pain in the butt. Well, let's just teleport out of here. No need to get too up in arms about it all. Just play it a little bit on the safe side. And blast you as well, my friend. Okie dokie. You played a few different gods, but you played B-Crawl, so pretty much always playing Fire Elementalist. Might try Fighter instead next time. Right, definitely is nice every once in a while to swap it up and keep things interesting. Unless you're very much enjoying any specific background start, then by all means, Godspeed and go ahead and slay. But definitely is nice every once in a while to get something different going. I think if we end up dying on this cat, which I mean, there's no shot, we're definitely guaranteed victory at this point, not a doubt in my mind. But if something unbelievable happens, my next course of action is to potentially go with the Berserker start. You know, just have some fun with it. Oh gosh, Storm Dragon. See, I was pretty sure this buddy was slow, so that's why we were just kind of trundling our way through, hoping to get lucky. Well, this is awkward, my friend. Chances that they don't notice us? Not great. Have I played B-Crawl at all yet? No, still haven't played any forks. Unfortunately, don't have a lot of time. I have DCSS installed on my laptop, so every once in a while I get some time there. So maybe what I should do, if I just want to try out B-Crawl, is just put it on my laptop, because that's a bit more likely for when I'm kind of in the middle of doing stuff and just need a short break. That's usually what I pop to. What to ado about you, my friend? Fear is not likely to be too helpful for us here. Stealth might be the best bet, but I'm guessing it's not going to work out. We don't exactly have a high stealth score. And we're, you know, a big old furball of lightning right now, so not exactly our most subtle approach. We at least have electricity resistance, so let's just heal up and see how she goes, shall we? Gosh darn it. Why are they all ranged users? So fog, unfortunately, doesn't quite do the trick. 42 damage with its weapon. Oof. Too much, my friend. You're 47, which is also, shocker, too much. Trying to think if there's any way that I can use digging to make myself a nice little kill corridor here. Unfortunately, odds are not good. Odds are not ever in my favor in that regard. is there anything I would want to channel my divine energy to cast? Could bring out something like Dragon's Call. Just get some bodies between me and them. I don't know if I have enough mana to really make that worth it. Dig bottom right, step bottom right, dig bottom left. See, but that's, yeah, a few too many steps, unfortunately. Or at least that's what I'm concerned about here. I mean, it's a largely clear floor, so if I do just go for Death's Door and another teleport, odds are that I land somewhere slightly better than this. We've seen how playing the odds has worked for us in the past, of course, so maybe a consideration to keep in mind. And in fact, if I Death's Door here, I might just be able to kill everyone. So let's do that. I want to channel magic. And Death's Door is still on for a hot minute here. Close that door, and perfect. Okay, do we get the opportunity to heal up? We don't have Divine Exegesis accessible anymore, so we will have to play this a little more cautiously. Make sure that we do get out in one piece. But I'm sure we will be just fine and dandy. To murder everyone in here real quick and keep it moving on. Reaver is terrifying though. Just too many elements, and we are not geared to deal with really any of them at the end of the day. I mean, if I'm in cat form, how much faster am I than you? Because unfortunately, you're also a speedy little son of a gun, aren't you? I think I've got to still be faster, right? It's like the one thing I have going for me in life. So let's just keep you at a nice distance here and murder you. Perfect. Love to see it. Fine, we will not move with barbs in our skin if that's what you so desire, game. Always the marks and the barbs, you know what I mean? Causing us trouble in life. Amulet of Regen is usually my favorite, but we don't exactly have the health to use that to any meaningful degree, so that's fine for now. And then you, my friend, maybe we just send some electricity at, shall we? See how she goes. Not bad, is the answer. Not bad indeed. And once more with feeling. Any day now. There we go. Ooh, you are not a fun enemy though, so we will, I think, just try to walk away. Hopefully you don't blink right next to me. Perfect. And then, you know, in full spirits and full mana, I think we'll be just fine to deal with you. Yeah, no problems whatsoever. And there we go. We get entrance to our depths, which is hopefully not going to be too much of a dead end. Immediately run into a lich, so that's always fun. Well, let's bring out the electricity. Start the party. Ooh, a scroll of acquirement right there, so that's pretty fancy stuff. And we, of course, have made quite the kerfuffle here. Quite a bit of noise. Liches are weak. Fortunately, they die relatively fast, yes. Still problematic in many ways, but not the end of the world. I'm going to heal up and get out of dodge. Turns out it wasn't necessary to heal up, so that's a bit of an unfortunate waste of our resources. But I was ready to be taking some kind of damage to the face on my way up, so definitely is good to play it a little bit safer there. Oh, jeez Louise. Speaking of dying fast, see, that's the thing. I'm being careful not to throw too many names like weak towards the Lich, because at the end of the day, we don't do a heck of a lot better on my side of things, you know? far be it from me to be calling names. I should have tried to bring the Lich upstairs with me, probably. We're starting to gather quite the welcoming party here. Now there we go. That is more like it.